We're here in Funchal and we're here for the Festival of Lights. Got the jellyfish above us and look, got the hills around the Bay of Funchal all lit up because it's just so magical. We're going to show you the whole lighting display. There in the distance, you've got the chestnut sellers and the smoke looks atmospheric. You haven't seen anything yet. Stay with us. Avenida Arriaga. And isn't she a beauty? Oh yes. Every walk through Funchal has to come along this street. It's the most popular and well-known street. Famous for its little handcrafted cobbled and tiled pavements. Famous for the Festival of Lights. Funchal puts on a spread, okay, just an amazing spread of lights. So the lights come on dead on 6, and for most of the time, they're going to finish at 1 a.m. Okay, so the last night, the lights should be the 7th, so it stretches over into the 8th of January, and that's it. So if you haven't come before then, if you come on the evening of the 8th expecting to see lights, you won't see them. People will be taking them down. If you want to come before then. Now, on the market night, it's a special night, it's a long night. Also New Year's Eve, certainly, and it might even be Christmas Eve. Instead of finishing at 1, it's going to finish at 6 in the morning. Because basically everyone's going to be out enjoying themselves, aren't they? And of course here we got just past the theatre, got the Ritz Cafe. But the main thing is the lights and the atmosphere at Christmas. There's a lot of entertainment here through the latter part of December and early January. And it's not just for tourists. Everybody joins in. Because Madeirans love Christmas. In fact, there's a whole month, practically, they call La Festa. So this is the Christmas market. It's always here. Great place to try different Madeiran delicacies. Got poncha, got honey cake, got honey biscuits. Got ginja, which I think is a cherry liqueur. Madeira wine, of course. Oh, here. Little store run by a Wow Cacao. They do amazing chocolate on the island. You have to try it when you come here. And here you can have a liqueur, a little chocolate cup, which then you can consume afterwards. So no waste. I like that idea. Follow the coco. It's here. So traditional garlic bread. Lovely. You'll see it everywhere. But it really is such a nice family atmosphere normally along here. A little bit of music, a little bit of drink, place to come and meet. I want to come and show you the big nativity scene. They're heavy on nativity scenes here, you get quite a few down this road. And saw last year, so I've shown you this one before. It's a little bit different every year. No, it's not that. It's that. I'm just showing you, by the way, the little handicraft areas of people showing you local crafts, but here nativity scene. The wicker toboggans from Mont. You recognise the little Madeiran hats. And in the background, so a lot of that material is cork. You may or may not know that Portugal makes a lot of cork. Now, we spent a lot of time in Lagos on the mainland, and lots of cork forests there. Come around here. Someone whittling away. Here they're making the chicken soup, which is being served right now. And you've got the ovens doing the bolo de caco. In fact, Yvonne might be filming some of this tonight, so you might get some of this in a bit more detail. I'm trying to give you an overview. People sheltering from the rain. I'll tell you what, food smells lovely. I might come back down here later because there's a nice big surprise at the bottom. Stay with us though. Again, look at all the lights. Imagine how much work it takes to put these lights up. So here in Funchal, it's estimated 1.6 million lights. Beautiful, isn't it? And there's been a big move to make them all LEDs to cut down on electricity consumption, etc. Golden Gate. This feels like a really old school, beautiful cafe. People in little white uniforms. I'm sure you've been here before if you've come to Madeira. How much does it take to put on a light display like this? Because this goes all around the town. They've just put out a tender for the next couple of years for the lighting display for this. So Christmas, New Year, and also Carnival, because Carnival's a big thing here. Really big thing. And tender was, I think, 3.6 million. That's euros. So that's to cover the whole lot. You'd say, I like nativities. Sound of rain pattering on my brolly. And there, of course, we've got the cathedral. And perhaps lesser known, but quite interesting, you've got the tinned fish shop. That's right, they've got beautiful little tins of fish in there. So it's a bit of a shame because actually the tins are enamelled and they look stunning. They contain chocolate, they fly off the shelves, right? I'd be buying loads. They're beautiful, beautiful tins. Unfortunately, they all tend to be tinned fish, which I don't mind, but I don't get quite so excited about tinned fish. I want to take you up these streets, by the way, because again, each of these has a different flavour of illuminations. Just here in front, right now, just a couple of days ago, I nearly came a cropper. Wandering down here in the rain, big flood of water coming down here. Having the new walking boots on. I was very pleased with them. Thought that's it. Got the grip of a goat. And whoa, no, I nearly ended up on my posterior. Yvonne very kindly laughed throughout the next 5 minutes. Not being cruel, although you might think so, but no. You see, she likes the fact that I tend to be quite a calm person, you know. I tend to be, you know, if there's a situation going on, I tend to be the one who sort of can be in control, keep my head on, get things done quickly. And of course, sometimes, so in the process of falling over, all that goes out the window. You could think it's cruel, couldn't you? Now, hope you're liking the lights. Funchal, by the way, let it be said, is not the only place on the island to see the lights, so don't just come here. The lights came on here on the 1st of December. Ponce de Sol. Actually, I'm just going to show you this because there's not many people around and it's not so interesting. I just want you to show you the lights. So, Ponce de Sol. They've had a big festival. They had a big light display. I think it's something like 200,000 lights there. A little bit more modest. Ribeira Brava. They've had theirs. In fact, most of the municipalities around the island will have one. So Santana, Cayeta, Moxico, Santa Tercera. So, if you come and see the lights, don't just stop here. Do whiz around the island. So what else is there at Christmas then? Why do people flock here? Because actual fact, Christmas and, well, particularly New Year, so those lights, New Year really is their high season. And really you have to book really, really early to get anywhere on the island to stay. People come here for the fireworks, which are probably the best in the world. But Christmas, as you've seen, it's just wonderful. And even walking through the streets during the day is just gorgeous. There's music playing, it's very festive. And again, I did say that Madeirans really love Christmas time. You find that a lot of the smaller companies will close down for a good couple of weeks over Christmas. You also find, I think it's August too, a lot of people will shut down for August. And that's quite common, isn't it, around the continent. Oh, ice cream. I've been here more than once. And I dare you just to have one scoop of anything. So, I have to say, it's normally for me a scoop of orange ice cream. Right, orange ice cream is phenomenal. And dark chocolate, they go together really well. Occasionally I might be a little subtle, particularly if I know Yvonne's around, and I might just go for one scoop, and that'll probably be pistachio. I'm going to take you to this square. It's a lovely square. You can see up ahead you've got some little cherubs here, and beyond that, right, you've got butterflies. So one of the themes this year is there's a Madeiran butterfly. It's the Cleopatra de Madeira, and it's a local butterfly, and it's known for being particularly luminescent. And I guess that makes sense since we're making lights. More butterflies. This is a little different. It's a little lower key than last year. I still like it. Up there right at the end, the building that's lit up, it's the town hall. I'm not going to go up that far today. I'm going to take you this way. And back I'm going to take you back through another little square. So why come to Funchal at Christmas? It's not just this, it's not just the atmosphere. It's the entertainment. It's entertainment everywhere. And there's a couple of special evenings that draw your attention to. You've got the 23rd. Even in the 23rd, it's called Market Night. And you've probably heard of the Fisherman's Market here. Very famous. It can feel a little bit like a sort of tourist trap, but it's not really. It's still a thriving central fish market. And that is full in the evenings, and if you stay long enough, you've got carol singers, and that's broadcast around the country. And all around the streets around it, all the bars are open, there's little outdoor markets, there's people drinking and meeting up, and it's just a really good atmosphere. Even though it's raining, I'm really liking all the reflections. Down here on the left, if you've bought our Funchal Pocket Guide, by the way, we mentioned the Say Boutique, which is the building down the bottom there, and it's got a lovely rooftop area, restaurant. Now that's in our downloadable pocket guide if you're curious. If you want to know a little bit more about Funchal, what to do if you've just got a few days here, how to spend your time, and also maybe not how to just get stuck in queues, things like the cable car and so on. They're coming this way. I'll show you another square. More cherubs. So the lights came on dead on 6. We were waiting to start filming, and dead on 6, they all come out. Apart from those few that we won't draw too much attention to in the municipal garden. And here we are. Another square that puts on a little display. And if you head down past that display and out the other side, that'll take you towards the old town. And again, that's where the cable car is, that's where all the streets with painted doors and all the restaurants are. Oh, if I wasn't filming, I might go and warm my hands up there, but let's carry on. Oh, let's come up here. So you can see just how wet it is tonight. Tomorrow it's going to be similar, and then it's going to be pretty good. So even though it is wet, it's still been 19 or 20. That tells you what it's like here. And yeah, so you do get rain around this time of year, but not very much. In a couple of days' time, we'll probably be going hiking, and we'll probably be in shorts and t-shirts. Just up in the corner here, there's the cathedral again. The Old Town Restaurant Hotel, that's been pretty newly renovated. Just in the last year that's opened. Another reason then to come here, of course, is said New Year's Eve. And I have to say, we were here on the first New Year's, pretty much after lockdown ended in the UK. And everyone had to stand a few metres apart. They were very, very thorough here. They drew out squares on the ground and you had to keep your distance. And we were right at the front when the music started, because if you haven't seen the fireworks here, or you haven't seen one of our videos, it's all around you. It's not just out to see in front of you, it's replicated all around the bay behind you as well, so it's all 360. And after all the quiet of lockdown, it was like being in a war zone. It was so loud, but it was so moving. So I even possibly at some time had a little bit of tear in my eyes, because it was just so wonderful to be with people again, and it was a joyous moment. We were all celebrating lots of different things really. The end of being locked up or locked down, being able to be out here, and the music. That was an evening to remember. And so, if you get the chance, watch our video, or even better, come down here. Now, before we move on, the Madeira logo had a bit of a rebrand a few years ago, because a lot of the younger people are coming to the island now, which is fantastic. Chestnut cellars, Where do they get their chestnuts? I hear you ask. Well, I don't hear you ask, but I'm going to fill you in anyway. Probably Nuns Valley. Go to Nuns Valley here. Everything imaginable can be bought made of chestnuts. Well, things that are edible anyway. Not furniture, that sort of thing. Another great ice cream parlour. You might see also there's a little theme here. It's not just good coffee. It's artisan ice cream, particularly like. And ahead of us, now I really wish I could show you the new marina because it's had a completely new revamp, but it's behind schedule. Should have been done in August. Here we are, December. Oh, and here, this space here, I probably haven't put the video up yet, but keep an eye on it. We've got a video all about the Beatles. Yeah, they had a boat here called the Vagrant. Let's say they didn't have it here, but it used to be their boat. And it was bought by a Madeiran businessman who moored it up here. And we went to it a couple of times. And it's a little floating restaurant. Yeah, really interesting bit of Beatles history and memorabilia. Watch out for that video. We've done a full breakdown of its history and also where did it end up? Because clearly it's not there anymore. Where did it go? Well, we're going to tell you where. So keep an eye out for that one. Now, let's go through the tunnel. They've always got one here every Christmas time. This one. We have clouds, we have stars. And it is interactive apparently. I've not tried it yet. There is a code which you can scan. I'll show you in a minute. Clearly I've got my hands full, so I can't really play around with it at the minute. Over there in the distance, Merry Christmas. Frohe Weihnachtsstein, German. Joyeux Noël, Feliz Navidad, Spanish. And somewhere at the end, surely, oh yes. Buenas Festas, Happy Christmas. Oh, there's your scan. Get to interact. Like so, if I had another arm, I would oblige. Now, at the end, big sunburst. Isn't it lovely? What does that signify? Start of a new day, new opportunities, a new year. Oh, what is your new year going to hold? I can't tell you that, I'm sorry. I don't know the answer. I don't really know what my new year is going to hold. It will hold, hopefully, more time out here. And we're going further afield. It's a long time since we did some good old backpacking, because that's how we started. We've been traveling over 30 years, you know, maybe 33 years. So we feel the urge to get back to our roots. So this year, don't be too surprised if you see a series of videos from Vietnam. We're going to head out that way. And we might do something similar every year, take a big trip somewhere exotic, somewhere warm. That's the most important thing. And also probably fairly cheap. No, that's not our reasoning, but Vietnam is not too expensive, I'd say. Fuel serves getting warm as we get closer to the sun. Whew, I do. And so, my friends, you can see the fairground going on in the distance. I'm a little bit surprised to see that the big Christmas tree isn't on yet. We might see if we can comment that in later. You can see up in the hillside too, the Madeiran flag that's hanging down from one of the motorways. Gives you a sense of scale. Oh, and over just to the right, way off in the distance, you might be able to make out a little 2024. Come New Year's, that will flip over. 2025. Till the next video, hope you enjoyed that. gorgeous, isn't it? Take care. See you the next one.